Tonight on Game Night, Rich, Nikki, Lincoln, and myself, Dave, are going to play Dominion Adventures. Designed by, who else? Donald X. Vaccarino. The game plays 2 to 4 players, is published by Rio Grande Games, and it looks a little something like this.
Hey, Dave.
Yes, Lincoln.
Will you teach us Dominion Adventures?
Yes, I will.
Sweet.
Dominion Adventures is yet another line of the Dominion expansion-y games. You will need the base set of Dominion in order to play this. The treasure cards and the victory point cards, and in this particular case also the curses. But otherwise, you can play the game out of the box by adding just those. You can, of course, like all the other Dominion games, you can mix in cards from other things like Seaside or Intrigue or whatever. We have not done that. We are using action cards that come from this set. There are the 2 main differences in Dominion Adventures are these travelers that can be upgraded throughout the game and these event cards, which I will explain in a second. But let me just explain the basic action cards. The game plays just like Dominion. You start with your 7 coppers and your 3 estates, and you're going to shuffle them up and draw 5. I'm assuming we all know how to play Dominion. So let's talk about the cards you can buy this game. These are the 2s you can buy: the Ratcatcher, Raise, and Peasant. Ratcatcher and Wine Merchant and Transmogrify, you'll notice, have sort of a tan background. These are cards that, when you play them, will then move to your tavern mat. That's also like a new part of the game. And cards that move there can basically be used again in different ways. So let's explain, for example, the Ratcatcher. When you play this from your hand, it gives you a card and it gives you an action. All right? So it's basically a village from the old game. And then you put it here. So you've now used the top part of this card. The bottom part of this card says that at the start of your turn, which is to say a turn after this turn that it moved there, you can call this card. They're using call as the verb in this game to basically bring a card from your mat. And if you do call the card, you don't have to. You can then trash a card from your hand. So it then becomes a chapel at that point.
So you're dumping lower value things you want to get rid of and stuff like that.
You trash any card you want from your hand. This card will remain on your tavern mat until you use it, which means it does not go to your discard pile and it does not get shuffled back in.
Okay.
Once you use it, though, it does.
Once you use it, it then moves to your discard pile.
Okay.
All right? So that's what the Ratcatcher does. Raise, for 2, gives you an action, and it allows you to trash a card from your hand, much like the chapel. When you do, however, you get to look at the top X number of cards in your deck, X being the value of the card you trashed. So if you trash a copper, those are worth nothing, so you will look at nothing. But if you were to trash an estate, you will look at then the top 2 cards from the deck.
Okay.
From your deck. One of those cards goes into your hand. The other moves to your discard pile. So if you pull like a silver or a gold when you do that, you can add that to your hand. If you pull 2 gold when you do that, one will go in your hand, but the other will go to your discard pile.
Trashing means it's out of your
Trashing
hand.
is removing from the game, correct. Okay, I'm going to come back to the Peasant. The Caravan Guard, this is the only card that's worth 3, that's a value 3. The Caravan Card is a blue card, which means it's a reaction card to an attack, and it is also an orange card. Orange is from, I believe, Seaside is when that started. Orange
That's
cards.
the attack cards, right?
No, orange cards are cards that we also have the Swamp Hag, that when you play them, have an action or an effect, and then they stay on the table and they give you another thing on your next turn.
Oh, yeah. Duration.
It's a duration.
Yeah, that's
correct.
right. That's right.
And it even says at the bottom duration. All right? So Caravan Card is pretty simple. When you play it, you draw a card and you get an extra action, and then you save it, and at the start of your next turn, you get +1 money.
Is there any limit to how many duration cards or cards in your tavern you
Nope.
can have at any time?
Nope.
Okay.
Excellent question, and no. All right? So that's Caravan Card. A Magpie, when you play this, you draw a card and you get an extra action, and then you reveal the top card of your deck. Okay? If it is a treasure card, then that goes in your hand. If it is not a treasure card, meaning anything else, then this card that you revealed stays on the top of your deck, and you gain another magpie into your discard pile.
Wow.
Okay? So that's how that works.
And that triggers as soon... Oh, when you play it.
When
of
you
course,
play
of
the
course.
magpie.
Yes.
In addition to the card in the action.
Yes.
All right? Transmogrify, that is a tan card. So when you play it from your hand, it's an extra action. So basically playing it is free.
Okay.
And then it moves here. And like the rat catcher, you may, at the start of your turn, you can call this, and when you do, you trash a card from your hand, and you gain a card that costs up to one more than the card you trashed. So it's sort of like a half upgrade. No, upgrade was, I think, plus one. So it's basically...
But it's just you get to play it whenever you want.
Right, it sits there
Yeah.
essentially out of your hand. And again, it doesn't get shuffled back in until you use it. All right, that's Transmogrify.
I like this tavern.
That was neat.
Treasure Trove is basically a silver, it's 2. But when you play it, you also gain a gold and a copper.
Wow.
And those go into your discard pile. They do not go in your hand. Swamp Hag is a duration card. When you play it until your next turn, if I play this, once it's up, until my next turn, all other players gain a curse for every card they buy on their turn.
That's terrible!
It is. It's pretty horrible.
It's really not that bad for a couple of reasons. One, these, which I haven't explained yet. But two, there are a lot of ways. One of the things that this game has definitely added over the other expansions, there are a lot of ways to trash cards.
Okay.
There are even more cards we didn't pick, like a lot of Dominion sets. We picked these 10. I think the game comes with 25 or 30 different action cards. I mean, there's tons of stuff, right?
Sure.
And you can mix in other sets as well. So there are plenty of ways to get curses out of your hand. At the start of your next turn, because it's a duration, you get +3 money.
Oh my god, that seems like an incredibly valuable card.
It is. It costs 5.
Yeah.
I mean, it's expensive. The Wine Merchant is another one of these tan cards. When you play the Wine Merchant, you get a buy, and you get 4 coins, +4. So that's pretty great. When he moves here, however, he has no calling ability. You don't call him to do anything. He stays on your tavern mat until you have a turn in which you do not spend 2 or more coins by the end of your turn. You can still buy cards, so if you had, say, 6 coins and you bought a card that was worth 4, you would have 2 unspent money. Only when you have 2 or more unspent money left over does he move to your discard pile. Otherwise, he sits here unavailable to you.
So that's just to keep you from getting to have a 4-coin card over and over and over again.
It's a pretty powerful card to buy for 4 coins.
Yeah.
The set that we're using, the Peasant is an extra buy, the Wine Merchant is an extra buy. Those are the only 2 action cards that are an extra buy. There's also this, I haven't gotten to it yet, but so, all right, Lost City, when you play this card, you get +2 cards and +2 actions. It is such a cool, powerful card that when you buy this card, all other players draw a card to their hand.
Wow.
All right? So that's how Lost City works. So, I'll get to the Peasant after this. There are 2 event cards. The rules suggest that you should not have more than 2, especially when you're starting out, but obviously it's Dominion, you can do what you want. These are other things you can buy instead of cards or in addition to cards. If you have multiple buys, for example, you could say, I'm going to buy the Plan event and also a Treasure Trove.
Okay.
All right? When you buy an event, it is not considered a card. It is an event. So, it is not affected by the Swamp Hag as far as sticking you with a curse for buying a card. So that's one way in which the Swamp Hag is not as bad as it sounded, because you can, instead of buying a card, buy an event. All right? The 2 events that we have for this game are Plan, that costs 3, and when you buy a Plan, we all have this little token. This is our trashing token. For $3, basically, you put this somewhere on a stack.
Oh.
Like, I'm going to put it here, say. All right? Or I'm going to put it on the Wine Merchant. And multiple people can be on the same stack. And this is now a trash space for me, meaning when I buy a card from the stack with my token on it, I can trash a card from my hand.
Wow. Okay.
All right? But only from that stack. It stays there until I buy Plan again, and if I want to move it to somewhere else.
Oh, so these are just
it's an action.
they're just tapped or
Yeah,
they're
you-
just used.
Yes.
Correct.
And then-
Save costs $1. It's another way to get a buy. So buying it, if you only have one buy, buying it gets you a buy, albeit you've now spent $1, so you have $1 less. And on that once per turn when you buy it, meaning the turn you buy it, you can take one card from your hand and set it aside. And then at the end of your hand, when you discard everything, you draw your 5 cards for the next round and you add that card to it.
in addition to the 5 that you draw, it's not one. It doesn't take the place
you will,
of those.
You will have 6 cards in your
Right?
hand.
Okay.
All right?
Cool.
So that's what save does. There's all kinds of weird, cool mission event cards, and we'll talk about more of them when we're done at the end. Last but not least are these traveler cards. They have these arrows on them because you can upgrade them throughout the game. You don't have to, but you can. So the first thing you need to know is that it also has an action on it. This gets you a buy and $1. And when you play it, you get an extra buy and $1 that round. And at the end of your turn, you can put it in your discard pile and shuffle it back in like any normal card and just use it like you would. But if you would like to, you can upgrade this card by simply putting it back. It does not go out of the game, it goes back in the stack. And you upgrade it to the next one. The next one, that's what this stack is here. The next one after Peasant is Soldier. There are 5 of them and you are card limited by them. If there are no soldiers here to upgrade, then you cannot upgrade the Peasant to a Soldier.
Okay.
All right? A Soldier, when you play it, gives you +2 coins, and it gives you +1 coin for each other attack card that you have in play. So if I had a Peasant and a Soldier, if I had a Swamp Hag in effect and a Soldier, that would be 2 attack cards. Or if I had 3 Soldiers, I'd have to have played, say, Lost City or something to get myself extra actions. All right? I think that the card set that we have, there probably won't be multiples. The Soldier also has an additional attack ability, and that is every other player that has 4 or more cards in their hand when the Soldier gets played must discard one of them. And that's per Soldier. So if you if you did the save and you set aside a card and now you have 6, and on my turn if I play Soldier, now you have 5. And if I had enough actions and a second Soldier, now you have 4.
Everybody else has 4.
Everybody. Well,
Or whatever you
everybody
have in your
discards
hand,
them.
down to
Correct.
1.
All right. The Soldier upgrades to the Fugitive.
Does it cost money to do the
No,
upgrade?
it's-
It's just a swap.
It says at the bottom, when you're done with the card, you can either put it in your discard pile or you can put it back and upgrade it.
Okay, got it.
And you can do all these things in any order that you want. I can't imagine that this will happen, but it might. If you had a Peasant and a Soldier in your hand and there were no other soldiers in the deck, you could upgrade your Soldier first, then you now could upgrade your
interesting.
Peasant and take the Soldier because there's one available for you.
Got it.
Okay. The Fugitive is +2 cards and +1 action, but you discard a card. So basically you draw 2, discard 1. It doesn't have to be either of the ones you just drew.
Okay.
You can discard, it's tuning your hand basically.
Okay.
All right? And again, same thing at the end of that. You can throw it away or not. The Fugitive upgrades to a Disciple. When you have a Disciple, you basically play it, and then you can play an action card from your hand, and you basically play it twice. So when you play an action card, it plays twice for 1 action.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And you also gain a copy of that card.
Okay. What's the story we're telling? The peasant to peasant to soldier to fugitive to.
Oh, I love it.
It's like Jean
Yeah,
Valjean,
yeah,
right?
I never thought about that.
I think it's Jean
Yeah.
Valjean.
But then you're disciple,
Yeah.
and then you eventually become a teacher.
I feel like it's Les Mis. I feel like it's Dominion Les Mis.
That's awesome.
Okay, so the last upgrade is the teacher. When the teacher comes out, he moves to your mat. And then you can, at the start of your turn, you can call him to place, I haven't given us out the tokens, we have them all in our various colors. If someone gets to the teacher, we'll just pull them out of the box. But you can place a +1 card, +1 action, +1 buy, or +1 money token, and you can add that to any pile that's out here that does not already have one of your tokens on it. So I can say +1 card to the Swamp Hag. And what that means is that every time now that I play the Swamp Hag from my hand, it also has this extra ability for me, and me only. That also puts the teacher back into the mix when you call him. Then when you play him another time, that'll allow you to do...
And these are specifically in our colors?
Yes,
Okay.
the white ones were just the ones I pulled out. But
Okay, got it.
they're all in our player colors.
Cool. That's really cool.
All right, so that is that.
I'm going to get a teacher.
It'd be awesome to get there. The problem is
know.
with this game is it goes so fast. You sometimes can't get through all those
In
things.
our education system, I'm going to fly right.
Especially the first time. I remember playing the very first Dominion when it first came out. And it just, about halfway through the game, I was like, oh wait, it's almost over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're so...
Two stacks are gone.
Especially
Well,
because you don't know the cards and you're so focused on, oh, these three work really well. And you realize, oh, I don't even have time to do
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, there's one more thing I need to explain. The Caravan Guard is a reaction card. When someone plays an attack, the Swamp Hag or the Soldier, if you upgrade to the Soldier, you can out of turn, if that's in your hand, you can play it to the table, like you would, say, the Moat from the other game and stuff. It does not fend off the attack, but it does get you the Caravan Cards thing right away, meaning it gets you +1 card and +1 action. All right? The action will be wasted because it's not your turn. But you will get to draw a card immediately into your hand.
Interesting. Okay.
And because the Caravan card is a duration card, it says at the start of your turn +1 money. That will happen at the start of your turn, and then immediately go in your discard pile. So it doesn't wait around like a duration card till your next turn, because that is your next turn. So you lose the action at the cost. You don't have to do this when someone plays an entire card. You can still just keep it in
You
your
just
hand.
have the option.
Correct.
Good.
And that's it, basically. The game ends like in normal Dominion when either 3 of these action piles go away or all of the provinces go away. All right.
Let's do it. How do we do, who's starting? Do we know?
Let's.
You ever do fast first? Have you done that?
No.
All right, this is great. I'm going to show you this. This is I really like. So you hit fast first, and it shows you for different numbers of players. I'm the device owner, so Lincoln, you'd be first. And
That's neat.
it. And then you can, you know, if you don't like how it came out, you can go
Love
with
it.
Then
Oh, that's really neat.
Awesome.
So it's
Fast first, huh?
Yes.
You said 5, right?
Yep. And away we go.
All right.
Okay. Oof.
Already?
We haven't even started. We haven't even started.
Estates for days.
Okay. Spend 2. Buy a peasant.
Oh, wait
All right.
a minute now.
Discard. Done.
All right. That's face up your discards.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You can see why.
All right.
Okay, start again.
3 copper. I am going to go ahead and...
So there are only 3 things that cost 3 in this set. There's the Caravan Guard, there's the Plan, and then, of course, there's always a silver.
I really want that peasant, though. I'm so excited about it. You know,
Go for it.
I'm going to start with silver, and I'll get... I got my eye on it.
All right, I have 4. I'm going to take a Transmogrify.
Oh, my.
I'm done.
Wow. All right. I'm going to go for silver, so... What was that? It's 3. Sorry. Woo. Showing my hand.
Well, you have 4.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
4.
Just
Spend
buy a 4.
everything you can if you can.
Okay,
You
sure.
can buy a 4.
Your next set
All
will be
right.
a 3, right?
Okay. I was going for silver, though.
You don't want to look at any of the 4s or
I want to get money going.
Okay.
Okay.
Let that girl get money.
Let me.
entertain you.
Yep.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
I forget about the buy limits.
Do you have the 5?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
So I guess
Well, you had
I'll,
a
I'll
2
go
last
for
time.
it.
I assume you
Yeah.
had the 5.
Yeah.
The 5s are all the bottom.
I know, but can I not also go for the soldier?
No,
right?
the soldier
Has
can
to
only
be
be
played.
upgraded.
That's right. Oof,
from
I'm
the
never going to
peasant.
get that coordinated. Let's see. I'm also thinking of doing the treasure trove.
Yeah, that's a nice
That's what I think I'm going to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I have 4. I'm going to go with the magpie.
The
All right.
thieving magpie.
That's right.
All right.
Fits my theme, my style of play.
I have 3, and I am going to get a silver.
Yep.
I'm boring. I'm boring.
That's okay. That's what I'm doing again.
I almost got the plan.
So getting a silver.
Bummer.
Well, I'm rich and I'm a happy miser, so I'm gonna play the treasure trove, which gets me a gold and a copper.
Nice.
It's a good card.
It's also worth 2.
And then I am going to get another treasure trove.
Wow. Oh, you're going to be printing money.
Nice.
All right, I have 3. Ugh. Guess I'll try the caravan card this time.
All right, this transmogrify moves to here. And then I have 4. Nah. I will take another transmogrify, I guess.
Transmogrify.
My peasants aren't presenting themselves to me with these hands.
All right, I'm gonna do the magpie. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, do you have 6?
Yeah.
You should
Yeah.
spend,
5.
baby. Get that
you
gold.
six-
Spend
six
more?
Get that
bucks?
gold.
Oh yeah, spend everything
All
you
right.
can, right?
For the most part, you want to spend
But
it.
I just been doing that. I
Yeah, but
wanted
it doesn't
to get
matter. It's
some
going
other
to get you
stuff.
start
Get your
buying all
engine
the big
going.
stuff.
Yeah,
exactly.
totally.
Okay, well, I have the peasant, so I will get an additional buy, and it's worth $1. That gives me. What do I want to do though?
I don't know. Just lay it out. How
I'm
much
going
money
to
do
do.
you have?
I have 4 with that.
Okay.
I'm going to buy a rat catcher
Okay.
and another peasant.
Okay. And do
I'm
you want to
gonna
upgrade the one you
yep,
just played?
I'm
So
gonna
that
do
goes
that.
back to the pile.
Yep.
Does not go out of the game. That moves to your
Nice.
discard pile.
You're
Man,
moving.
you're way ahead of me on
Here
my.
we go.
All right, I've got 5. I'm gonna get the treasure trove.
Yeah, treasure trove's great.
Yeah, it seems like kind of where it's at.
Well, I have 5. And
You're gonna get the treasure trove?
no, I'm swapping it all.
I knew somebody
Once
was
you
gonna do
start
it.
that, it was that or the wine merchant.
You were hovering over
The
the button, and now you
end,
push
the
the button,
end.
and we all have to do it.
Yep.
Fun. All right.
I got 3.
$3.
$3. Well, you just picked up a hag, so
Caravan guard?
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to play the treasure trove again, take a copper and a gold.
Nice. Not in your hand, though.
I know, I
Sorry.
understand. Gives me 2. And then I have a total of 6. Those are.
Holy cow.
So I will get.
More stuff.
Do I want to do a caravan guard or do I want to.
Well, if you do, that's the only thing you're buying.
Yeah, you only have one buy.
One buy,
right?
that's correct. I don't want to do it. No, let's do a Lost City.
Yep, that's a good card. They're all good cards.
No, I know.
Play the magpie.
Oh, wait, Lincoln bought a Lost City, so
Oh.
we all get to draw a card in our hand.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, sweet.
Oh.
All right, Rich.
That changed your whole game, right?
Well, I guess it was a mistake.
Magpie.
So, magpie.
Draw a
So
card.
first I get a card and an action, but also
Yep, flip.
reveal the top card of my deck. If it's a treasure, put it into my hand. No,
That
this is a treasure.
Yeah, it is a treasure.
So it goes into my hand.
Yep.
Wow.
Wait, that is a treasure and an action card,
Yes.
right?
Right.
So, oh wait,
No, it's just a treasure.
Just you're correct, just treasure.
So it'll play, right?
There is the rule that if it's a treasure and an action card, you get both effects from the magpie.
Okay. With my extra action, I'm going to play the caravan card, which gets me another card
Yep.
and one more action, but I am fresh out of actions, so I have...
No, you have one more action.
But I'm in my hand, I'm out of actions.
got it.
So I played this, I get a gold and a copper into my discard pile. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I will go ahead and buy a Providence.
Oh, there we go. It starts.
What do you buy?
Providence.
Providence.
I mean, that magic number 8,
Yep.
you gotta
Yeah.
go with the
Magpie
Providence.
goes in your discard pile. No, caravan guard stays.
Oh,
its
it's not.
duration at the beginning of your next turn, you'll get +1.
Yeah.
Oh, looky there.
But does
right.
it go
It just stays.
in your tavern thing?
Technically,
No,
no.
it's- yeah.
It just stays
Okay.
up. All right, so I will
to know.
first summon this transmogrify, and I will use that to trash this estate into a silver.
Sweet.
So those go to my discard pile. I then will play this transmogrify. It moves over to here. Swamp Hag!
So just to clarify,
Yep.
until your next turn, every time someone
Buys
Buys
a card.
a
Not
card.
an event, but a card. You also take a curse.
gross.
Right now?
Nope.
When you do
start
it.
when
Okay,
you buy a
good.
card.
I got one more chance
But
here.
I have $1.
All right, big money.
So there's. Oh, I will do that. I'll buy the save, and I will set this estate aside.
Interesting.
And now I draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I add this to my hand. And I'm done. My turn is done.
And
Yep. What are you gonna do?
We're gonna go to Paris, France.
Okay. What was I doing? I'm playing my
Okay.
Caravan Guard,
Draw a card.
and I'm drawing another card.
And you have another action if you
And
have a card.
I have 2,
Holy
4,
crap, look at all that money.
6, 7, 8, and 9.
All right.
So I'm gonna buy a lovely Providence.
Province.
I'm going to add a curse to this because it's
Swamp
Swamp
Egg.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
Dave.
I know.
All right. And then this stays on the board.
Okay,
So it stays up, so you can use it. You get a +1 next time.
+1.
Yep. Draw 5.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Well, I will play the peasant card,
Okay.
which will give me an additional buy and a gold, and I'll play the soldier card.
You can't. You don't have another action.
Oh, that's right. It's not action. Let's just do that because it's $2. No, I don't want to do that. Yes, I do want to do that. I want the $2. So, 2.
Okay. Stop. Play the soldier card. Everyone who has 4 or more cards has to discard a card.
any card of our
Any card of your choice. And may I say for the record, sir, boo.
Why do you have
This
all
coming from the
fantastic
swamp egg.
It was
stuff?
the estate that I was saving that I was going to try to transmogrify.
Oh,
Oh wait,
that's
Swamp Egg gives me +3. Never mind. Copper. I forgot I had that.
And then,
Still big.
so 4.
Yep.
And then, I guess that's it. So $4.
What are you buying for 4?
I will buy the magpie.
Okay. And would you like to upgrade your soldier? You cannot upgrade your peasant because
No,
you
I know,
didn't.
I didn't play it.
You didn't play it. I didn't explain it at the beginning, so let me just say that now. These are only upgradable if you discard them from play.
Yeah,
not
let's go
from
ahead and
your
go
hand.
for it.
with fugitive.
Yeah, might as well see.
Here, I can put this here.
Does that get discarded or go back?
Goes
back.
pile.
Sweet, that's good then. So there is a chance for people to get it if you've...
Oh, totally. There's
Okay.
5 of them in there.
It just limits to 5 in play at any given time.
Right, okay,
End
done.
of turn.
You're done. Okay, I
Oh, wait.
have. Oh, what happened?
Take a curse.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah.
you bought a card.
Oh, I'm gonna. Ah, you're damned swan.
Yeah.
All right, so 3.
It's 1
plus
curse.
4. Well. So
That'll hurt us for the rest of the game.
There's so many ways to trash cards in this game.
I will.
Go to Paris, France.
Of course, none of us have gotten them.
France. I will go. You know what I'm gonna do?
I don't.
I'm gonna do a plan.
Oh.
I'm not buying a card. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I like
execute a
it.
plan, and I'm gonna put my trashing token on the peasant because I
Okay.
am It's more incentive for me to get a peasant into my hand.
Done.
And then
I've had 2 peasants in my hand.
Okay, I will
We're gonna do the
transmogrify
peasant.
this estate. It goes out of the game. I'll turn that into a silver.
That's Silva.
This goes here. And then I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the swamp
Oh.
hag. I'll take a province.
really
and the
not
swamp
well.
hag goes away.
Yay!
And the
to your
crowd
swamp.
rejoices.
Can we
1,
kill
2.
the swamp hag?
I don't know. All right, so I have the +1. So I got 3 total.
Go ahead and show it. It doesn't...
All right,
And you have 2 estate cards
2
or something?
estate cards.
So you have $3.
$3. Nothing exciting. What is...
I think the peasant's pretty exciting, but that's just me.
The peasant gives you a buy, gives you $1, and then you can upgrade. You can
What
move
at
up
the
this
bottom half
chain.
of this?
The rat
Start
catcher.
of your turn.
You can dump a card.
You can trash a card from your hand. Just throw it away.
That doesn't seem like...
Well, eventually it will be, especially if you've got something like that
Oh,
minus
I
1.
do have the -1.
Yeah, the curse or any estates that are just clogging.
And
up
what's
the-
nice about the rat
Let's do
catcher
that.
is
Okay,
he
rat
waits here
catcher.
for you till the curse is in your hand.
Till the- yeah,
Dun,
right.
dun,
That's
dun.
really good.
Yeah,
Thematically.
I'm saying there's the curses. Well, again, I haven't seen a lot of the other cards in the set, but the curses don't seem as bad to me in this game because
Sure.
there are so many ways to get rid of them.
All right, and this goes away because I used it.
Correct.
It's a fair.
Done. 1, 2.
Here's what really sucked though. Let's say I played a swamp hag and Nikki played a swamp hag and Linky played a swamp hag. Any card you bought would get you 3 curses. One from me, one from Nikki, one from me.
Why did you start this thing?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
It's in the suggested setup.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to play the rat catcher.
Okay.
Gives me an additional card.
Yeah. Card in
And-
an action.
And exactly another action. So
Now
now I
it moves
have
to your array.
that, which will give me a copper and a
Yeah.
treasure, a gold. and that gives me a total of 6.
Nice.
That
treasure trove is nice.
I'm gonna just do that.
Oh, he's just buying points. I like it.
Oh.
Right. I have 4, but I'm going to buy a peasant for 2. I'm going to
What?
trash this estate.
He's going to use his little token.
He's gonna buy a peasant? What?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Listen, just because it took me a minute to get caught up, I'm still going to stick with my
2,
strategy.
3, 4, 5, 6.
You're gonna stick with your lame is strategy.
That's right.
I am buying a gold. Lame is.
No, I thought that was a pretty
Strategy.
good.
Lame is
3,
your strategy.
4.
Hey,
Nice. Hey, know what I just thought of, which we need to point out? It's very important. The last time we played a deck building game, someone in the comments said, "You're not playing with sleeves."
oh yeah.
The reason we're not playing with sleeves is the glare is too much for the cameras, so we de-sleeved our Dominion cards.
Yeah, which was easy.
It's very important to say,
Plus, I
though.
love ruining cards, and I ate a
yeah.
real oily sandwich before this, so
Yeah.
I'm just smearing my stuff everywhere.
Okay, there it is.
Uh-oh. The curse.
Yeah.
The dreaded curse.
The curse.
Look at how thin Dave's deck is, though.
I know he's efficient.
Well,
He's
you
a
guys have
picture
been
of
treasure
efficiency.
troving it up, right?
Yeah.
You add 2 cards every time, but one of them is a gold.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. At 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
I'm either gonna do gold or I think I should. Let's do a Lost
All right.
City. Yeah.
Hey, we all get a card.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Do I get one too?
magic.
No, because you got a
I want another one.
super duper power card there.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, that card did not help me at all. Lincoln.
Okay, the fugitive. Excitement.
Oh my gosh.
So I get to draw 2 cards.
Okay, and then you put 1 back.
Yep. And
Or no, you discard 1, right? Not put
yeah,
1 back.
discard 1.
My bad.
Boy, I got an embarrassment of riches here.
Rub it in.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, it's just all those great cards.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I see.
So
You should do a podcast with Rich Eisen from ESPN and
Called
call it
Embarrassment of Riches.
Embarrassment of Riches.
And we just tell bad stories about ourselves.
Yes.
I think that'd be great. It's a really good idea.
okay, so let me. Darn it! I want to keep that. I'm gonna discard the magpie, sadly. Oh wait, gives me an additional action. Let me draw another card first.
What, does the soldier also give you an action?
This
Fugitive?
does
Yes.
give me
Okay.
an action. Yes, I probably should be doing these here.
Yep. That'd be fun. So,
Yeah.
wait, you still have the discard one. You haven't done that yet.
Okay, let's just do that and take a chance.
Okay, so now you're playing the magpie.
Yeah.
So draw a card in your hand.
Yeah.
Now turn over the
bad
next
deal.
card. Turn over the next card. Is it money?
Yeah.
It goes into your hand.
Oh, I'm back where I was.
Look at that.
Let's see. So then, again, in +1 action.
Doesn't he
So I'm going to have that, which will give me an additional buy. That gives me a total of 8.
Wow.
So I will buy
there it
that.
is.
Nice. So you're done. You bought everything?
Do
Do you want to upgrade?
Yes. So let's go first with the peasant, get an additional soldier,
go?
and let's do the fugitive
Here's a disciple.
into the disciple.
Nice.
Woohoo! And I discarded, I got all that out, and I didn't cheat that. Well, I was trying, as far as discarding the card, I lucked out that I did not get horked on that since I
Okay.
wanted to try it.
Stolen my strategy right out from under me. I'm going to do a magpie. I get a card in my hand plus an action, and I reveal the top card of my deck. It is an action or victory, so I gain a magpie,
Oh.
further diluting this nightmarish deck.
No, but it's a card in action, right? It's a village.
Sure.
It just
Treasure trove to get. Now I'm further diluting my deck.
you treasure trovers.
2, 5, 6, 7, 1 short. I will do the. Wait, what's the wine merchant? I'm going to do the wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good card.
Get some fun new
That gets
stuff
to
out
go
there.
in the tavern, too.
All right, transmogrify, does nothing, goes here. Transmogrify, does nothing, goes here.
Aw.
Swamp bag.
Dave.
Boo!
It's fun just to play it for the reaction. And I have $3, and I am going to take a rat catcher for that. That's right, I'm wasting $1. Done.
All right. Can you tell me what the save does again?
The save gets you an extra buy and allows you to place a card off to the side that you didn't use that hand and
Well-
add it to your next hand.
Okay. And plan?
Plan is what Rich has done here. It allows you to put your little token on one of the decks, and then when you buy that card, you can trash a card from your hand.
Yeah. I don't want to buy anything right now,
Yeah, Mr. Minus.
Mr. Man.
Okay.
I have nothing I can do, though.
I feel like if you have a lot of money, you should just.
Well, I don't, but I do. I have 4.
You should do something. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, buy the plan.
There are so many ways to get rid. I mean, he's right. There are ways to get rid of the.
Buy a rat catcher.
Sure.
That's
Comes with a curse.
It's going
but
to come
then
into
you-
play right now for me.
Okay. I'll watch how you do it. I'll buy a rat catcher.
Okay.
Ta-da.
You
So
still have.
either this
oh,
or
that's
this.
one buy though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get a curse.
Yay.
You're welcome.
Boo. is what
Thank
we
you,
really
Dave.
should be saying.
You're welcome.
It is a pretty purple color.
So I'm going to call the rat catcher
Yep.
and get rid of that.
Hey, curse being on it goes out of the game.
I don't know that it would matter, would it?
It does because this is one of the piles that can run
Oh,
out
okay.
and cause the end of the game.
And then I'm going to play the treasure trove, which gives me a copper and a gold. And it'll give me an additional, so now I have 5. I only have 1 buy.
All the 5s are good.
Let's do the wine merchant.
Another wine
Yeah,
merchant?
like a
Sure.
wine merchant.
That or Lost City, they're both
And
good.
that is that.
All
I
right.
haven't even had, I've only had it come up once, right?
Caravan card. Or guard. I take a card. Woo! Plus an action. I'm going to go wine merchant.
Nice.
Right.
So I
in
get
the
an
bag.
extra buy plus 4.
Yep.
This is very exciting. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9!
So I will do
Wow.
a province.
Okay.
And I think since I'm spending all this stuff, I can't do a save, right? Because I don't have a.
You don't have a card to put aside.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I don't get to do my additional buy, but I am going to get a province.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dave.
Courtesy of the swamp bag.
Can I?
All right.
Has anyone else
Wait. Didn't I
bought
just buy something?
a swamp
Oh, yeah.
bag?
Oh wait, I have plus 1.
What did I buy?
Wine merchant.
Yes.
Comes with a
5, 6,
curse.
7, 8, 9. I'm sorry, I actually have 10. Apologies.
No apologies.
So I
Oh.
forgot about my caravan guard. So I do have enough to also get a rat catcher.
Or you can buy nothing. You'll have 2 left over that you didn't spend, and your wine merchant will go back into your discard pile.
Immediately?
I think so. Let me,
If that's accurate.
at the end of your buy phase, if you have at least 2 unspent,
Done. I'm doing
if you
it.
want to move him back.
I sure do.
Okay. I'm not trying to stop you from buying the rat catcher.
No,
but-
it was fun having the wine merchant. I would like to have it back in. Thank
All
you for
right.
the help.
So, transmogrify. I will turn this estate into a silver.
Swamp Hag's gone, by the way.
Get $3 for it. Transmogrify. I
Yeah.
will turn this. Oh wait, I don't want to turn this province into silver. I'm gonna.
Can I
not use the other one.
transmogrify a curse, by the
Yes.
way? Oh,
but
yeah?
But you have to trade it in this. You have to basically turn it into a copper. You
Okay.
can't- It's not the same as trashing it. Transmogrify is turns a card into another card, whereas these get cards
Again, it's
out
still
of your
it's a
hand.
coin instead of a minus.
Correct.
So it's not necessarily bad.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Uh-oh.
Province.
We're gonna die.
Swamp Hag is gone.
Gone.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Well,
right.
it's not gone. It's just gone for now. Dave will absolutely draw it
When it comes back around, sure.
next turn.
All right, so here's my rat catcher.
Play up. I don't know if we're
Play
getting
up
any of
here?
these- Yeah. Sorry, guys.
All right.
Rat catcher.
Draw a card.
Draw a card.
Yeah.
You have another action.
And I have an additional action, which I'm going to use, I think, right?
Yeah,
I can
sure.
do that.
Draw a card.
Build on myself here. Ugh. And 4.
Why don't you show us what you have?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
There's
'cause you-
4 and
Yeah.
clogs. And I think I'm going to
Blood
try
clots.
this
Nice.
transmogrify
Okay.
because Dave seems to be having a lot of
He loves it.
good
This
with that.
This moves here,
Dave can't get enough.
but this stays here in front of you.
Right. And I have an extra gold in my next turn.
Correct.
Okay, Lost City. 2 cards, 2 actions.
No, only when he buys it. Nerds. Nerds. Did you say nerds? That's awesome.
Okay, and then that gives me a copper and a
Yikes.
gold.
Holy cannoli.
And then
Look at that
gives
deck
me
he's
2,
got.
so that's 2.
Huge.
A lot of
8. One of
that. Come
those.
Nice.
on.
And that is it.
All right.
Nice.
We got a little work to do here. Magpie. We get this, and then kaboom! That goes in my hand.
Yep.
No actions left to play. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like I'm always one away from that. 7, and I only have 1 buy, so I'm looking down.
You can do that.
Oh, I can do that in... No, but that's still a buy, right?
It gets you... Well, here's what it does. Well, figure out what you want to do first.
Well, but I'm saying as far as like buys go, that's still a buy, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so I couldn't buy a card and trigger an event.
Well, you buy an event. That, in this case, it gives you an extra buy, then you can buy a card.
Oh.
You have $1 less, but if you wanted to buy, say, a 5
Since
right
I'm
now...
going to be buying a 5.
I'm not saying don't spend your 7. I'm not saying don't buy a gold, for example, or whatever you want.
Well, if I spend 1 to trigger the save, I now have an additional buy, and
you can put a card aside.
I can put a card aside. Interesting. Okay. Well, with that, then that might shift what I'm gonna do. Not too much, actually.
So you could buy a 5 and save $1 and add it to
For
your
later.
next
I
hand.
will do that. I'm gonna save $1. Spent 1 to get the save, and using the additional buy to buy a swamp hag.
Yeah!
We don't like rich
See
eating.
how that goes.
So draw 5 cards in your hand,
Okay.
and then add the $1.
Great.
And the reason that you add that card now for timing purposes is if you got hit by, say, a soldier and you had a discard down, you'd still have to discard.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Well, I just have 5.
Money.
5 coppers. So
Lost City. Lost City.
I think it's time to get into the wine merchant game.
I think you should buy the lost.
All right. My other rat catcher.
Is a BMW.
Yeah. Okay. And let's just keep going.
Yeah, there you go. Draw 2
Lost
cards.
City.
Play those up here too.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Lost City. And my other rat catcher. And
Yeah, that'll go.
Eventually.
yay! Now I can call him into action and trash one of my curses.
Nice.
Out of the discard.
And I still have another action, yes?
Yep.
Yep.
I believe so.
But you don't have any cards. So lay all your money out.
6.
Nope. You have 7.
7. I knew I'd
Just
do
one
that.
shy too.
7.
This goes here.
Magpie's kind of neat.
The magpie.
Yeah, they're
I
all
really
kinda
like the
neat.
magpie.
The thieving bagpipe.
Could you explain the wine merchant to me again?
So when you play him, you get an extra buy and $4. And then he moves here and he stays there until you have a turn in which you have at least $2 unspent at the end of your turn.
And then does something else.
Should I get into the peasant game?
Yeah.
I don't think so at this point.
No.
It seems
No,
it seems
absolutely
late.
not.
Well, it seems it's
I
also
agree.
2 and she's got so much.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. I'm going to do... Yeah, just to get him,
You wouldn't get him, you get everybody.
but it'd be for you.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
No, that's why I bought it
Especially.
for you, especially.
What? That's outrageous. I mean, forget the curse.
maybe I just buy
it's a
a
plus
gold.
3 on your next turn.
No, it's huge. Absolutely.
That's big, right?
Absolutely.
Gold.
Why
There's
not?
Gold.
Easy to handle denominational nuggets.
This is done.
Yep. And so is this.
And that is done.
Okay. Bagpipe. So plus 1 card.
I thought, what's the
5.
bagpipe?
The thieving
That
bagpipe.
special one that
And then I reveal the top card. Hey, it's money. It goes
Goes in
money.
your hands.
Okay. So I'm going to play the soldier. Ho, 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 ho.
Now what does he do?
You guys lose a card.
We
in
have
your
to
hand.
discard a card. Oh, that hurts. Hang on. Okay, this copper.
And then that gives me 2 plus 6, known as 8.
Oh man. Commonly known as 8.
Nice.
Known as 8. And that is that.
Right.
Wait,
Whoa.
do you want to upgrade your soldier?
Yes.
Soldier becomes a fugitive.
You're not to a
Pugilist.
teacher yet?
No, I don't know
Yes.
that I'm going to make it.
You
All
might.
right. I'm getting started.
Well, look at that. It's
Peasant
getting
comes
to-
out. That's plus a buy and a 1. So I'm at 1, 4, 5, 6, 7.
But you have 2 buys.
Yes, I know.
But not an 8.
No, I don't. Alright, I'm going to get a
That's when he's frustrated about.
raise,
Okay,
because why not?
that's 2.
And then I will
5 to go.
get a...
Ugh, this next hand.
Should I get another swamp hag?
It's a
to
foot?
Sure,
why
get things
not?
going?
This
Yeah,
next
let's
hand-
do it.
This next hand is a foot.
Another swamp hag. My dad always says that. I love it. All right, I'm gonna upgrade my peasant, by the way,
Okay.
to a soldier.
All right, rat catcher goes here.
Draw a card.
Swamp. Oh, you're right. Swamp hag.
Swamp hag.
And then I have 6.
Again?
And you bought one.
I know. Bought 2 now.
I have 6.
You did buy
Yeah.
They'll come up. I just don't want. I don't want to discard. Ooh, I don't want to take 3 curses or at some point here. This is gonna be bad.
Buy gold. Done.
All right. I have an exciting 4 and not much else.
$4.
$4.
Has.
There's the magpie. Which
I'm
is
gonna
fun.
get the magpie.
There's also the. Do you?
I
has it
had
come into
one. It
play yet?
hasn't come up yet, though.
Okay. But you also you bought a card, so guess what? You get
Oh,
a
yay, a
curse.
curse. I just got rid of one. Fantastic.
Thanks, Dave.
That's the swamp hag. It wasn't me.
Okay, treasure trove.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, my deck is
You and
full
your
of
treasure.
coins.
You poor
and I got
baby.
lovely estate, and then it gives me a total of 3. Do I even want to buy anything? I'll buy one to lose one. I think I'm gonna do
You could
rat
buy.
catcher.
You could buy. Well,
Yeah, you could execute the plan. You wouldn't take a curse, and you put your trashing
let's do
token
that.
on
it's
something.
it's late though. What do you think your next card's going to be? Right. It only helps you trash stuff if.
Yeah, I mean I do have one curse in here. I'm pretty certain. I know I did. It came up a moment ago. I think.
So here's what's nice, right? The treasure trove doesn't get him curses for the money that he took because he's not buying it. He's just gaining it.
Right.
Right. So in that regard, this didn't hit him.
Yes.
I think I'll take a rat catcher.
Okay.
Deck. And a curse.
Here comes the magpie. +1 card to here. Reveal a card. It is
Ooh.
not a treasure.
So it goes back on the top of your
So
deck,
it goes here, and
But
I
you
get,
get
a
another
magpie.
magpie.
and you're discarding.
Get another bagpipe.
Card. All right, now I have another action. Should I find any in here? I do have one action. I can't quite read it. Let me see. Swamp.
That's awesome.
What a bastard.
That's awesome.
And then I have $6 to spend. I will buy a. Boy, we're late in the deal here.
You
I
need to
might
gain a
have to
gold
go-
and a copper, whether you like it or not.
Copy that. Yeah.
I can't keep up with all the curses I'm getting.
That.
Well, this will be gone by the time. So you only have this one to worry about.
I don't know. I think I might get. What the heck am I going to do with 6? At this point, I guess I'm going to try the wine merchant again. We'll see if it comes back in.
I like that card.
I mean, I got to get some province action
Ugh.
going on.
All right, I have 3.
Oh, and I get a curse, right?
Yep. 3.
He
All
wasn't
right.
giving you any
A
chance.
benevolent overlord.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh.
Holy cow!
Wow, this is getting thin.
Yeah.
I know.
If I spend $1 for a save, then what do I have left?
10.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I will do that. I'm gonna spend $1 for the save. I'll put this silver off to the side, and now I have 5, 6, 7, 8. I get this. I get a curse. All of this goes away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus this.
All right.
Done.
Okay. So, my transmogrify came up. So, that's the next turn.
Correct.
Okay.
At
But
the
I get an
beginning of
extra
your turn.
action. I'm going to call him into play. Get rid of this.
Goodbye, curse.
He goes away.
Curses you, Dave.
And then I
Or
have
Swamp Hag.
a whopping 3. So I guess I will just get a silver.
Here, I'll put it on top of this.
Oh, thank
first.
you so much.
There you go.
Because Rich is swamp.
Okay. This is a real lovely hand. So I'm going to play the Disciple. Hey, I can play an action card from my hand twice, which I don't have, and gain a copy of it. But I will upgrade to the next level, which is
The teacher!
Oh, nice.
You got it.
so that'll come out later.
Now, if it weren't a question of timing, so let's say if it weren't a question of timing and you trying to get to the teacher before the game ends, you might want to spend the $1 for the save and put the disciple aside, so you could double up an action card in your next set of cards.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That's cool. Yeah. I could do that, but let's just do it.
Okay.
I just didn't even. That's the first time the Disciple came.
No,
up,
I
and
understand.
immediately went into the.
But in other words, if your next 5 cards have an action card, that's one way. The save is one way you can just keep putting a card aside till it fits to the thing you want. It costs you $1 though.
Right.
All right,
Well, I
that was
have money. I have very little, but that's it. That's fine. That'll do. I'm not buying anything and getting
Okay.
another negative. So.
That doesn't go there. The teacher goes in your discard pile. It has
Oh
to
yeah,
still
that's true.
come
That's
up.
true. Yeah, absolutely.
He's all excited.
Okay.
No,
I wanna
I know it
use
wasn't,
it.
but we were discussing it.
But-
and I put it down there.
In fact, you know what, Lincoln? I know you took your turn, but you should do that anyway because you can still upgrade the teacher next time.
Right.
And it still goes to your discard pile.
For the
And
disciple.
yeah, does that make sense?
Sure.
We
So
sure?
teacher back. Yeah, because it didn't get to do anything with
Right.
it.
So basically,
Spend the 2.
you don't spend anything. You're spending $1. You're
Right,
putting
to
that
save.
aside.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not buying a card, so you don't get a curse.
So it doesn't go. How do we store? I guess put it.
You don't
there.
store it anywhere. Your discard pile. Put your discard.
No, this is saving for the next turn.
You draw 5 cards and then immediately add it.
Right. But I'm saying it needs to be visible somewhere for me to do that. Where do you keep it?
No, it's just set
don't.
aside right now. Now
Exactly.
your turn is over. You'll
Right.
deal 5 cards and immediately goes into your hand.
Okay. And this is on top of that. Okay.
So draw 5 for your next hand,
Oh, I see.
and then take the
I
disciple.
get it.
All right.
And now add that to your hand. There you
So-
go. And you might get to use it with something.
Now, did I buy something with that?
No, you
No.
didn't.
Okay.
That doesn't count for the
So
curses.
no curse. Senator Arnott.
You have 3 there.
Yes. Now this is 3. Is this still in play?
Not for you as far as curses go. Is that what you mean?
I mean it in as far as using a soldier.
I wish I had
Oh,
more
as an
time.
attack card?
Yes.
I guess.
Well, while you look that up, I'm going to go ahead and play a magpie
Thieving bagpipe.
to get this, and then I flip, and it is not that goes there, and then
Another
magpie goes
magpie.
there.
You're going to get a handful of magpies.
I know. Now I have another action, so I'm going to raise. I'm going to trash my estate, and that means I get to look at the top 2 cards.
Duration attacks played on the previous turn
Hold on,
are
we should-
attack cards and do count.
Great. Okay. So I gained. I get these 2 cards to look at. Put 1 in my hand and 1 in the discard pile
Because you raised an estate.
because I did raise. Yep.
Okay.
And then I have one last action. So I think it will be the soldier.
All right. So before you do anything, if you have 4 or more cards in your hand, you have to discard 1.
And
Now
so
go ahead.
this is +3 because of this here. So this is 3, 6,
Yep.
8,
7, 8, 9.
9.
So I can buy a province.
Yep. And everything you play goes away.
Yes.
Nice. That was like a nice little symbiotic
Little
turn.
chaining action, and that goes away too.
Okay. I am going to 4, 5, 6, 7. I am going to transmogrify this transmogrify and turn it into Lost City.
Ooh, we get a card.
No, you do not.
Oh, 'cause
I'm
it's
not buying
purchase. Boo. I
Wow.
need another card. Come on, Dave. Play something. I get another card.
it. And then I'm going to
me
play
too.
this Wine Merchant, which gives me
Oh, boy.
4,
Ugh.
5, 6, 7, 8.
This game is going to end before it gets to me.
This does not go back in my hand, and that's my turn.
Okay.
1, 2.
Dear.
So I want to try the transmogrify. So
Okay.
I'm going to throw away this estate.
Yep. And you can turn it into anything that's
Not victory points.
1, 2, or 3.
1, 2, or 3.
So probably a silver or a caravan guard.
Yeah. 1, 2, or 3.
I think
Another caravan card.
I think the game is likely to end on Lincoln's turn. So
No.
okay. I don't.
And 2, 3, 4 gold. That goes away.
Agreed.
I can't get anywhere.
What do you got?
Just 4. You're going to buy another magpie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. 4.
By a victory point, you just got rid of
I
one.
just got rid of a 1. Whatever. 2.
All right.
Done.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't have enough. I got the Disciple, which doesn't help me since I only have money in my hand.
You didn't draw an extra card again?
Yeah.
Oh, that
I did
sucks.
That's why I
upgrade my
wanted you to draw a
soldier
card.
rank.
So,
Do it.
I'm gonna
How much you got?
$6. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna do a duchy.
Perfect.
Upgrade.
Spend $1
Yeah.
and
Put
put
that
your
aside
disciple
again,
aside.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Does he have an extra buy though to do that?
no, I don't.
No, the save is the extra buy.
Oh, right. The save has.
And
an
then
extra
I'm
buy in
also
it.
gonna.
Yes.
Oh no, but I'm not gonna. Do I want to do that?
Yeah, because again, you want that to match up with an
Yeah,
action
but
card.
it's
from
not
your
even gonna
hand.
happen. I'm not gonna make it to the teacher after. Oh, you keep just delaying me on this teacher.
You might. I can't do it.
Okay. And then I draw 5.
Yep, and then add your disciple. We're gonna get that disciple to work for you at some point.
I hope so.
All right. Nerds. Okay. I have the wine merchant and 3 again
7!
1 shy as
2
I
buys.
always am. All right, so I have 2 buys. I am going to. It is very frustrating.
I needed more of these.
I need so many things. So many things. Do I want to do no? So that goes there. Right with my 7. I think I'm just going to get a duchy
And pass it to the right hand side.
Yes.
and an estate. I guess. I
If you think the game's gonna end,
the game's definitely going to end. I mean,
that's what I'm doing.
I'm not going to have to reshuffle anyway, so it's not going to gum me up too
And
much.
I
there's
have
Dave.
5. I'm just gonna buy a duchy. My
Yep.
rat cat,
To the
my
right-hand
wine
side.
merchant stays there because I don't have anything.
You're,
and
you're supposed to pass it to Nikki. Or, no, it's to Rich. You
To the
pass
right-hand
duchy
side.
To the right-hand side.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do the same thing because that's all I can do.
what you got? 7?
No.
6?
3, 4, 5, 6.
All right.
So
Hey,
it's
you give it
just
to Dave now.
a duchy.
You just pass the duchy to the right-hand side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you finally get an action card?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay, so I can play an action card.
Is
This
that
will
Lost
be the
Cities?
end.
Sweet. So draw 4 cards. You do it twice.
Oh, that's
my
right.
God.
Draw 4 cards,
I don't think I'm going to be going again, guys.
and now you have 4 actions.
Okay. Well, that's.
Oh,
but
and
not,
by the
but
way-
not buys.
And
so-
you gain a Lost Cities.
Oh my gosh.
Wow,
Why did he
dude.
gain that?
The Disciple, when you play it, you
you
get
gain
the
the
thing
extra
twice
card.
and you gain that card.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
If I
this
read
is
that
insane.
correctly.
So finally, I get to do the wine merchant. Hey, I get to do the rat catcher too, which is nothing but plus 1 card. Might as well empty out the hand here.
Yeah, you might as well.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And then I get an additional action.
Dude, you have 4 actions
Yeah.
still.
Then
Don't
I'm
worry
gonna
about
do this.
actions.
So I have plus 1 buy. Yeah, it's coming. Plus 1 buy, plus 4.
Right?
Put that on my tavern mat. And I have. Wait, let's do this.
Yeah, I want to see all the money.
That I get.
You wanna see all the
Yeah,
money?
look at that. That's 2.
See the
Too
money.
bad it doesn't count for anything. And then so now I have 2, 6,
Wow.
7. Hey, let's do this up here so you can see it. 7,
No, you
Wait,
missed
2,
10.
6, 7, 10, 13.
I feel like you have enough to get this province.
13,
You think?
16,
not a
17,
Oh my God.
18.
I know
So-
Reiner Knizia.
so that's
but I
gonna
think-
You
do
get
that.
2 buys. Taking a duchy, obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
Oh.
Wow.
You could have bought 2. You could have bought
I know.
3
Too bad they weren't
provinces.
there.
You had the buys.
Yeah.
Devastating.
No, 2
Jeez.
provinces.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
2.
If you'd had 19, you could have bought 3 because you could have bought a buy from the save.
Man,
over
this
here.
deck is full of stuff.
So we
If
just-
you had, well, you didn't have it obviously because you didn't draw the cards. But if you duchied the wine merchant, for example, that would have been plus 8 and 2 buys, right?
Yeah.
now we just count up points, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
9.
Bring it in.
Ugh.
Miserable.
26.
I had 21.
That's not miserable.
No. Lincoln might. Did you do it? Did you pull
I
it
don't
off?
know yet. I'm looking at
Oh,
the
don't
mess of
even
cards
look
I
at
have.
me.
What'd you
I'm
get?
so sad. It's sad.
Well, I have to enter it in.
I got my 2 minuses here. Cancel each other out. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Niner.
Okay, so there's the minuses. So I got 6, 9, 15, 21, 22, 25, 28, 34.
There you go. You trounced us. I only have 26.
Huh.
And I'm glad, actually, in a weird way, that I didn't win by a very small margin because I was incorrect earlier. Regardless of how you gain a lost city, when I transmogrified and took one of these,
We should have
you should have drawn a card.
Oh.
Similarly, at the end, though it didn't matter, when he discipled and gained an extra card, we all should have drawn a card.
I see.
So I was incorrect when I said that earlier. There are some things in which things only happen when you buy them as opposed to gaining them.
Right.
But in this case, it even says when you gain this, other players draw a card.
Would it have changed anything? Would you have?
I mean,
He might have beaten us by more.
Well, I would have
Yeah.
probably been able to buy sooner. But let me double check my score again. I think.
No, you
didn't I
did. You were always doing really well.
I said.
Yeah.
So that's 34. Did I say 34? Yeah, I did
Yeah.
say 34.
You did say 34.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I bought 4 provinces, but I only bought 4 provinces. And remember, I was paring my hand down by throwing away points.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, it didn't hurt me to have. I had a crap load of money.
That's it.
I had a crap load of money where it was.
Right. Yeah, treasure trove is nice. It
It's
get you a
weird, though.
huge deck,
Yeah.
but you managed to.
Well, at least it's one gold.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just like a silver and a copper. It's a gold, which is super. I mean, I was able to convert and get the province a few times there. You know, which was fortunate. I mean, you guys were one off a couple times, which was a drag.
Right.
What do you
That's
think?
the beauty of the game.
I liked it a lot, actually. I really dig the events.
Mm-hmm.
I love the
Les
cards
Mis,
that can
the
get the
Les
Les
Mis
Mis
expansion.
story. Yeah, the Les Mis expansion to Dominion. Yeah, I really like the upgradable dudes and the tavern. Actually, the resort cards are really good. Have you guys played the Everfrost expansion to Tashkalar?
Huh.
So it has cards that are similar to that reserve card. They're called frozen effects. It's something happens when you play it, and then you keep it until you're ready to fire it. And I
Right.
think it really, like this, it
I didn't
helps
actually
to have that
upgrade
timing.
to the teacher. No.
No, you
I wanted
never
to
got
see
you.
what have some fun with that, but I was getting there. I actually had bought a couple cards to try to. I wanted to try to keep a soldier in my deck, but that didn't. You know,
Well,
like
Soldier's good.
I can't remember what are the 10 victory point cards called?
The
Do you remember?
which?
Or the next one up. So there's the state, duchy, province, and then the,
Oh, yeah, I don't
I don't remember.
right. But maybe colony, is that right?
Maybe.
I think it's colony.
Yeah.
If you played with the colony, you might have more time to get to these.
because you thin that deck out to win to end the game, or is it
Well,
both of them?
no, I think
Just the
it's-
top one.
No, I think it's one or the other maybe, but usually you save all your money up to go. It's been a long time since I played, but you almost want the game to go longer for this to happen. Now, again, part of it for you, Lincoln, was you were doing this upgrade thing, but you were also
Buying. Yeah.
you were also adding tons of
treasure
cards
troves
to
do I
your
have?
deck.
Tons of gold.
I mean, you guys. 2 things. The first was you guys kept giving me the groan on the swamp hag, but the truth of the matter is, even with all his curses, he won by a lot.
Yeah.
So
I
they
only had
weren't
2 treasure troves too.
Wow.
they weren't that bad, right? But the other reason you were groaning was that I was thinning my deck. That one swamp hag came up a lot, for me.
yes.
And that +3 is pretty significant. I mean, I
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
buying it for the negative ability.
Right.
I really like the tavern. I think that's a neat
Yeah, I do
way
too.
that works.
Yeah.
I like the. There was a couple other. I played this once a couple weeks ago, and there's a bunch of neat cards. There's ones where you're tracking whether people purchase. Actually, we should talk about those. But I think it's a pretty neat bunch of upgrade. Different things to do with the game, which is a lot of fun because that's one of the great things about this game is it's so variable, and you. Just adding a few different things completely changes the game and the way the cards
The feel
interact.
of the
Exactly.
game, yeah.
You know.
Right.
What do you think, Nick? Because you're like the least Dominion player out of the group.
I am the least Dominion player. I liked it, but as usual, I don't get my engine going fast enough. That's always my problem.
Right.
Like, I feel like, okay, now I'm ready to start doing stuff. Oh, the game's over. So that's just my thing. I like the idea of it, but for me, I wish it would go a few rounds
exactly.
longer.
I could have used a few more rounds.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's talk about some of the cards.
Okay. Some of the other events. So there are event cards in the deck that do what the teacher did in this, which is you can buy an event that allows you to place one of these right? And then that card in your deck for you only has that ability. Again, you place these colored tokens for you. Inheritance is kind of funky. It costs 7,
Whoa.
but
Yeah, you had 7 a lot.
but you set aside an action card. Like you take one of the action cards and you set aside and you mark it with a supply, and then and that's off to the side for you. It can be an action card that costs up to 4, so not a 5 or higher. But you mark that with your little estate token, and what it does is it turns all the estates in your hand into that action card.
Oh, wow.
Now they still stay estates for scoring point purposes at the end of the game.
But they are an
But
action
they're
card.
much more useful. They don't gum up
That's
the works.
exciting.
Well, yes. So for $7, you can get something out of your estates, and it also inspires you
purchase
to
estates.
not thin your hand down.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things about Dominion that a lot of people go for is just, I'm going to pare my deck down as soon as possible, and there are tons of stuff. You know, not just the rat catchers, but the rays, which I think you had one, right? And the token, I mean, you could have properly done if you didn't go for the treasure trove or whatever, you could have by the first 4 or 5 turns gotten like 4 cards out of your hand.
Mean
Yeah.
money engine.
Let's see,
that
what are some of
inheritance
the
is
others? There's a fairy that allows you to take a -2 cost token and put it on one of the cards. That reduces the cost of that pile for you. You cannot reduce a card, however, down to 0. What are some of the more interesting ones? Pathfinding. What is that?
Could you put that on gold, by the way? Could you, like...
No, it only goes to an action supply
Action,
card.
okay.
It's very clear. We already know what that
Provinces.
is.
Yeah. Exactly. Those 7s would have worked out a lot better.
Trash up the 2 cards you have in play. I don't know where it is in here. Here's one, alms, right? That costs nothing. So if you hoard, you
Alms for
have
the
no
poor?
money, you can do alms, and if you basically buy alms, then if you have no treasures in play,
Wow.
then you gain a card costing up to 4.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Sort of a way to potentially get you back in. Draw 2 extra cards.
These really changed the
Yes,
flow of the
I mean,
game.
it's
Yeah.
drastic.
But it's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
it makes you someone like many of us here who have
buys.
all these Dominion games. It makes it all a little more valuable. In the
I
way
wonder
that it's-
if this is
could be
what
anything.
made him, because you had mentioned
Trash up
I
the 2
said-
and gain a silver.
I said earlier that it bothered me that this expansion came out after they had announced
They were done.
that they were never going to put out another expansion for Dominion. I was like, okay, well, I did it. I have the complete set, and I'm happy. And then they put it out again, and I was a little miffed about it. However, this is unique enough.
I think that
I'm-
maybe is what triggered him. Like
Yeah.
he had that idea, and he's like, I got some ideas,
Yeah.
which is pretty neat.
Because that is neat. Because it felt like the well had gone dry, frankly.
Well,
I mean, Dark
especially
Ages
because
was
it gives
awesome,
you
but-
something
Yeah.
to do with some money.
Yeah.
Potentially, that was
No, you're right.
helped me keep that card in play, which
Right.
actually did work out for me. At the
Yeah, it
end.
worked huge. It allowed you to
think
draw
those-
4 cards.
And I got an additional 9 points on that turn.
Right. This and the mat. I like the cards
Yeah.
that come off to the side.
Yep,
How about this?
absolutely.
Raid for 5. You gain a silver per silver that you have in play.
Okay.
And all the other players put their -1 card token on their deck. And what that means is that every time you draw cards, you subtract 1.
What?
Now, what I don't know, because I haven't looked it up, is that means instead of 5, you're drawing 4. But what I don't know is when you play a card that says draw a card, does that negate that as well? I'll look that up in a second, but...
That's brutal.
And then quest for 0, if you want. You may discard an attack, or 2 curses, or 6 cards.
Wow.
If you do, gain a gold.
Wow.
But you have to have that.
Yeah.
Now, the beauty is, it's always available.
Yeah.
So, unlike some cards, like, for example, your Disciple was no good for you because you didn't have an action card in your deck. But this is like, well, when am I ever going to have 2 curses? And the answer is, well, when you do, if it happens,
There's a quest available.
and it's free.
Yeah.
Well, it's not completely free. It costs one of your buys.
Right.
And again, buys were at sort of
scarce.
a premium. Well, in this card set,
Yeah.
as I pointed out before, right? That was one of the reasons why I wanted to put that buy event out to sort of help us out.
No, I think that's good. Yeah. I might, if I played it again, might throw one more +1 buy in there just to kind of give it a little more zats as you're going.
Sure.
You have more stuff to do. But
It will not surprise you to learn there's a lot more attack cards, for example, that we did not put out. I mean, there's, as I said, I can't remember what each set comes with, like 25 or 30 cards.
Yeah, right.
But it's no different than.
And there's some fun cards in here. There was
yeah.
some really great, like the one card I was saying. I can't. Maybe the Thief, where it's every card that person to your right purchases, you get to. It might be getting gold. I mean, it was crazy. It's a really interesting card, and it makes you pay more attention to what other players are doing because you have to.
Well, because that's one thing in
track
this
that.
game. There's not a lot of reason to really pay much attention
Yeah,
to what
other
everyone's
than
doing.
when you get
Yeah.
into curses and things like
Right,
that. You know.
but that's really it. But that would give you.
Yeah, that's a really
incentive.
fun card.
What do you think it's called?
The Thief?
No, because Thief is from the basic set.
What's
right?
the Seven Wonders expansion that adds in that you all of a sudden are actually battling with people next to you at the table? I think it's cities. Seven Wonders, but that changed that game.
I think we just bought it. So.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
changes that game so much because again, in Seven Wonders, you're not really that worried about other than the science situation, what people are doing, and that changes it completely because now all of a sudden you have to. Well, he has military. And you're only going to fight the people next to you. But,
Right.
You know, if Lincoln's building military, then I have to build military to try and offset it. And it does change the way that...
Oh, the miser. That's kind of cool.
Well, the miser's awesome.
The miser, you can do one of two things. You can either put a copper from your hand on your tavern mat,
Okay.
or you when you play it, you get +1 per copper on your tavern
Just
mat.
give me that card in the center.
I'm sorry, say that last part, Dave?
You're basically storing coppers on your mat.
Okay.
And then when the miser comes up again, if you have, say, 3 coppers there, you can then make it +3.
Is it
Wow.
the guide? What's the guide?
Yeah,
I don't know, because you took it away.
I'm sorry.
let's go to
Because I think the guide's a card in
right here. At the start of your turn, you may call this
Nope.
to discard your hand and draw 5 cards. No.
The other one we didn't play, there's a peasant and there's a page.
Yeah,
the
the
page is
page,
the
that's-
other character
yes.
that I played.
It's a different character track.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
And this one is amazing.
Treasure hunter. So you get an action and a buck, and then you gain a silver per card the player to your right gained last turn.
Yes. So I was counting, and Scott
Wow.
like one time bought like 4 or 5 cards or something. He had just a ton, and I was able to get 4 silver out of that.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Which is
that's
fun
insane.
because you're like waiting, like, and he's like, "What are you doing?" Because I'm like, 1. So I'm like, "I'm getting ready to play my next card," and it was really funny. It's actually it draws in the interaction. a
Oh,
little bit.
yeah. That's cool.
Now the one we didn't play, the pilgrimage, we had that. Remember that little boot? That's
Yes.
called your
Oh, yeah.
journey token. So for 4, for $4, you take your journey token and you flip it over to whatever side is the other side. If it is face down, then nothing happens. But if you flip your token over so that it is face up, you can choose up to 3 different cards that you have in play, and you can gain a copy of each.
Up to 3 of them.
Up to 3 different cards.
Okay.
One of each.
So that's that sounds powerful, but that's mitigated by the fact that it costs you 2 rounds to do it.
Right.
Okay.
Costs you 8.
Right.
2 buys 8 in 2 rounds.
Yeah.
What I don't know is, can you then buy a province with that, or is it only cards like in play?
So another question while you're looking. If
Yeah.
I have 2 buys, can I fire off an event twice?
Yeah, it's a buy like anything else.
So I could, if I had 8 and 2 buys, I could do a full pilgrimage in 1 turn.
The question is, what constitutes a card in play? Is a province card a card in play? Like I would argue
Yeah.
these don't.
Yeah,
these
those
don't actually play. But I don't know.
Although there's something that the one card that converts these to cards being in play.
But I understand what you're saying, that when you like lay down your hand, are these considered a part of what's on the table, or
I
are they
would
just
say
set
not.
aside?
It's probably in the base game directions
agreed,
as
yeah.
to what's in play or what's not in play. I mean, the one thing that I think I actually like about a lot of the expansions is that they don't go into a lot of detail. The ones that need the base game to play them as well, they just assume you know how to play the base game, and that they're giving you, for the most part, just the new rules.
Is there someone must have made a PDF that contains all the rules, right?
Probably.
I
Someone.
would hope so. That'd be nice.
I'm going to check a little website called BoardGameGeek.
Yeah.
Section.
Well, cool. Thanks for teaching us, Dave.
There
Yeah.
you go. You are
Thank
welcome.
you. I liked it.
Cool.